What's up, YouTube? This is Juan from TopDeck Houston with our very own Carlos Franco. What did you do this past weekend?
I top 16 YCS Houston.
Okay, what deck did you play?
I played BAPK.
And why'd you pick that over, pure BA or Pepe or Monarchs?
I felt like it was the strongest deck that could facilitate Beatrice and Fog Blade.
Okay, yeah, let's get into the deck profile.
And I started with, the BAs were a Tour Guide, Graph, 2 Sir, Triple Storm, and then lastly, I just played 2 Farfa.
So why 2 Farfa?
I decided 2 Farfa just because I felt like it kind of clogged the deck and I didn't see, I saw the value of other targets for Beatrice. I just felt like with this deck, there's so much space. I mean, there's not a lot of space, so you just need that.
Okay.
Then for the PKs, I did the double cloak, double gloves, and then triple boots.
And how'd that ratio work out for you?
It was amazing. Boots and gloves get into Fog Blade a lot, and then I was running Mass Change the second, so ditching them, getting Fog Blade was amazing.
Yeah, you get value.
Yeah. And then for the Speedroids, I played triple Terratops, 2 to Kimborg. I felt like this ratio was good because I tried the Triad dice instead, it was really bad. And then just the special summon, and then there's also another card that I played that goes into this, and I'll get into that later. Let's see. And then lastly, I made the 3 Max C. I decided to main these, the only hand traps, just because I felt like I was going to play against a lot of BA and Pepe, and I did, so it was worth it. Worth it. And then the spell I was talking about earlier was Speed Recovery. If you don't know what this does, it targets a Speedroid in grave and special summons it. So if you make a Dante without Terratops, and then you mill the Terratops, and you have this in hand, you can special it and make another free Dante. And if you end up milling this in a Terratops, you can banish this to just add the Terratops. So it just facilitated a lot more freer Dantes.
Okay.
And then just the 1 Raigeki, 1 Foolish. And the last spells were 3 Twin Twister, 3 Mass Change the second.
And how'd the mass change engine work for you?
It worked amazing. I played a lot of, again, Pepe and BAs, so I just put in a lot of work against them. I mean, Pepe, they blow up their cards to try to gain advantage, so they can't do that with Dark Law. And then obviously you can't really play against Dark Law with BAs. So.
Okay.
And then for the traps, I played the 1 Warning, triple Fog Blade. Then I decided to go 1 Strike and 3 Chaos Shuffles.
Oh wow, how'd that work out?
It worked out amazing. I mean, every time I had the strike, I wish it was a Chaos Triple, and every time I had this, I didn't want it to be anything else. This banishes instead of just destroying them. So Beatrice's, Dante's, even in Cosmo, I could banish their normal summons, and it would stop them for the turn, and just giving me an extra turn to set up and all that, it really blows them out.
Okay.
And then, that's why I decided to play 3 of this, because strike, it's just not as good.
Okay, let's go to the extra deck.
Alright, for the extra, I decided to play 3 Dante. I feel like this is fairly standard. I know Jeff decided to play 2. I got some of his ideas from this deck, but that's not one I stuck with. 3 Dante is mandatory in any type of BA deck. Double Beatrice.
So why 2 Beatrice?
I feel like I needed more versatility in the extra deck, and I couldn't fit the 3rd, plus it didn't really come up as much as pure BAs.
Okay.
And then the double Break Sword. I decided to only play 2 just because the 3rd one really didn't come up. It came up a couple of times in testing, but I didn't feel like it was really viable, and I needed more versatility again. So 2 was the right number. And then 1 Avier and 1 Nightmare Shark. These were the rank 3s. This is obviously just to attack for game. And the Levier, I was deciding between 1 or 2. I didn't really have the space for the second one, but I'm glad I played it. Glad I played it at 1. The second one did come up multiple times, but I just decided to make a break sword or something like that instead. This is really just to make bigger boards, and so I didn't really. I just used the 1 and that's it.
Okay.
Then the rank 4s, Nightmare and Key Beetle.
So why these over Dark Rebellion or Tornadoes and such?
I felt like Dark Rebellion didn't really do much except it was just an attack. I wanted something that could stun my opponents. I felt like that's where most of the matchups were going to be won at. So, the Nightmare stopped Pepe a lot.
Yeah, okay.
Just blowing up their scale and then bringing it back. And then Key Beetle was just a floodgate. Key Beetle only came up literally once, and the moment I summoned it and locked the back row, he just scooped it up. It was against Monarch, so it wasn't really And then lastly, the F-Zero. I wanted to play 2, didn't really have the space for the second one, but 1 was fine. The Fusions, 1 Dark Law, 1 Pilgrim. I was going to play 2, again, versatility. I feel like one of the biggest things that won me, actually got me the top 32 and top 16 was the versatility of my extra deck.
Yeah.
I just had so many options compared to like other decks. So I mean, playing the 1-ofs really helped out a lot.
Yeah.
And then Pilgrim, you know, that's self-explanatory. And then the 1 Virgil. Some interesting plays came up with this. Whenever I would go Terra Tops against Pepe game 2 and 3, and they'd flying see me, I can normal summon the Ghost Ogre and just make a Virgil and then continue with my plays.
Yeah.
It pushed me forward a lot, and they would start with 5 cards, and I didn't lose a card, so
Okay.
it's pretty good in that.
And side deck?
Side deck, I played triple anti-spell. That was against Monarchs and Pepe.
Yeah.
That's for Cosmo. 3 Flying Sleeve for BAPK and BAs. Double Masquerade Strike just for Monarchs. Decided not to play 3 just because I had the anti-spells. The Ghost Ogre is just because it's really for Monarchs and Pepe. And then the Gamma Seals. These Gamma Seals, they put in a lot of work. I sacked so many Beatrices, and I tried them against Cosmo. It wasn't as effective as I wanted it to be. If they had the Stormforth, they would just Stormforth it, so it wasn't that effective in that sense. But if I was domain locked, I could just sack it and then play.
Okay, okay. What were the matchups for the event?
I played 6 Pepe, 2 Cosmo, 2 BAPK, and 2, was it Cosmo, Pepe, BAPK, and Monarchs? Yeah,
Okay.
Monarchs.
Any notable rounds?
The only real notable round was, I think in Swiss, I played Jose, and then again in top 16, he was my loss. He was an amazing player. It's sad to see what happened to him. I wish it didn't, but he was an amazing player.
Okay. Any shout-outs you want to give?
Yeah, shout-outs to Matt Winford. He top 32 with the event with me as well. And then shout-out to, TopDeck Houston. We're an up-and-coming team.
Yeah.
We're just trying to get our name out there. Just so be on the lookout for us.
All right. Thanks for the deck profile, man.
No problem.